Okay, so good day students. Hari ni kita buat kelas offline. Okay, we are unable to conduct online class because there's a meeting to attend. Okay, so for recalling, untuk previous class, okay, we have learned about matter and experiment of determination of melting point and freezing point of naphthalene. So before we go to the main part today, I will just recall about matter. Okay, so because we have people who don't attend the class, okay, don't attend the previous class, and we have new students, right? Okay, so just for a recalling for the other students and the student who have attended the class, okay, we'll just talk a little bit about matter. Okay, we have two pictures here. Okay, gambar first tu pasal the first picture is gravity, okay, and the second picture is orange juice. Okay, in your opinion, you think gravity is a matter or not? Okay, kamu rasa gravity adalah matter ataupun tidak? Okay, gravity is not a matter. Kenapa gravity is not a matter? Because gravity has no mass and does not occupy space. Okay, tapi kalau kita tengok orange juice, okay, in the right side, okay, we have orange juice and orange juice is a matter sebab orange juice has mass and it occupies space. So generally about matter, okay, so if generally people ask what is matter, matter is something that occupies space and has mass. Okay, that is how we determine matter. Okay, moving towards the experiment of melting and cooling of naphthalene. Okay, in our previous class, I've already told you about the procedure. Okay, cikgu dah explain tentang procedure. I've already shown you a video on how to carry out the experiment. Okay, so I will just explain briefly about the procedure again for those who was absent. So first we have to fill up 1/3 of the boiling tube with naphthalene. Okay, this is the boiling tube. Let me. Okay, wait, where's the pan? Pan. Uh-oh. Sorry ya. Okay, this is the boiling tube. Okay, kamu kena penuhkan 1/3 boiling tube. Okay, 1/3. Okay, until level this level. Okay, 1/3 of the boiling tube with. Okay, sorry. Okay, this is the one melting point. Okay, you have to fill up 1/3. Okay, 1/3. 1/3 of the naphthalene into the boiling tube. Lepas tu you have to immerse the boiling tube inside the beaker filled with water. Okay, always remember the level of water should be always higher than the naphthalene that you have added inside the boiling tube. Okay, lepas tu kamu boleh heat. Okay, you can heat the boiling tube. Okay, wait until your temperature shows 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, this is the thermometer. Okay, wait until it shows 60 degrees Celsius. Lepas dia dah tunjuk 60 darjah Celsius, you can start to take the data every 30 seconds. Okay, so 0 second will be 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, and then every 30 second of interval. Okay, 30 saat kamu baca dia punya suhu. 30 saat lagi baca dia punya suhu. Until the thermometer shows 90 degrees Celsius, stop this part. Okay, stop this part of the experiment. Okay, lepas kamu dah sampai ke 90 darjah Celsius, okay, what you do is remove the boiling tube from the beaker. Okay, remove the boiling tube. Okay, kan kamu dah letak dalam air. Okay, you put the boiling tube inside the water. So, mesti bahagian bawah boiling tube tu basah, right? Okay, so take a cloth. Okay, kain yang tak basah. Okay, take a cloth, wipe it. Okay, and put it inside the conical flask for the cooling process. Okay, so we want to determine the freezing point. Okay, letakkan boiling tube ke dalam conical flask. Okay, so 0 second will be 90 degree Celsius. Sebab experiment heating kamu berhenti kat 90 darjah Celsius kan? Okay, so for cooling process we start from 90 degree Celsius. Okay, you start from 90 degree Celsius. Sama juga every interval of 30 second kamu kena ambil data. Okay, so 0 second. Okay, 0 second is 90 degree Celsius. And then kamu baca lah 30 saat, maybe it will be 88 degree Celsius. Okay, and then 60 seconds, maybe 85 degree Celsius. Okay, then kamu akan baca sampai it reaches 60 degree Celsius. Okay, when your temperature reaches 60 degree Celsius, okay, then stop the experiment. Okay, that is the end of the experiment. Okay, yang ni serba sedikit tentang procedure. Okay, in our previous class we have already studied. Okay. Okay, here's the important part. Okay, yang ni yang cikgu nak terang kat kamu untuk hari ni. Now, we have a graph. Okay, this is called the heating graph. Okay, heating curve of naphthalene. Now, this A point, okay, this A point is 60 degree Celsius. Sebab kita mula ambil data apabila temperature dekat thermometer menunjukkan 60 darjah Celsius. Okay, and then the temperature will increase. Okay, temperature increases from A to B, exists in a solid state. Okay, dari A ke B, naphthalene akan berada dalam keadaan solid, pepejal. Okay, when heated, the particle absorb heat, energy and vibrate faster because kinetic energy increases. Okay, apabila kamu bekalkan dia haba, okay, dia akan vibrate faster. Okay, vibrate faster and the kinetic energy is very high. Okay, so the temperature will increase from A to B. Now, apabila dia dah sampai ke B, melting occurs. Okay, dari bahagian B ke C is the phase where the melting occurs. What we call it? What we call it in bahasa Melayu? What we call melting lah. Okay, melting, pencairan. Okay, from B to C. Okay, no increase in temperature from B to C. Kalau kamu tengok dari A ke B, dia ada what we call it, increase in temperature. Okay, this one is temperature. So if you see ada increase in temperature from A to B, tapi from B to C there is no increase in temperature. So that's the question. Kenapa dari B ke C there's no any increase in temperature? Okay, the explanation is, okay, now dari A ke B the particles was in solid state. Okay, let's say I draw for you. Okay, in our previous class kita dah belajar. Okay, for solid, okay, solid is arranged in a orderly manner. Okay, packed, closely packed and arranged in a orderly manner. Now, this is a state of solid. Now, apabila dia dah sampai ke B, it will change from solid to liquid. Okay, so it will change from solid to liquid. Now, from this state, dia akan bertukar jadi, it will start to move. Okay, still packed but not in an orderly manner. Okay, dia akan mula bergerak. Now, the heat that you supply, okay, you are heating, right? Kamu tengah bagi dia haba kan, you are heating, right? Okay, haba yang kamu supply tu, okay, dia akan digunakan, okay, haba tu akan digunakan untuk mereka berpecah. Okay, they have attraction force, right? Dua particle ada attraction force. Okay, the energy that you are supplying, the heat that you are supplying, okay, will be used to separate from each other, okay, from a particle to another particle, okay, because the heat energy absorbed by the particle is used to overcome the attraction force between the particles. Okay, haba yang kamu bagi tu, you are heating, right? Okay, the heat energy that you gave, okay, akan digunakan untuk mereka berpisah antara satu sama lain. So from this solid state, they will become liquid. Okay, they are separating from each other. You see, they have gaps. Okay, so mereka akan gunakan haba yang kamu bagi tu untuk berpecah. Okay, so when the heat that you supply is being used, okay, the temperature is not increasing. Okay, sebab tu you can't see any temperature changes. Okay, kalau kamu tengok ke atas ni, I have a table. Okay, this is from the YouTube video that I've showed you previously. Okay, this is the time, temperature. Okay, if you look at here until here, okay, there's no any changes in temperature. Okay, so daripada bahagian sini until here is this one, B to C. Okay, there's no any changes in temperature sebab the heat that you are giving them, okay, is already used up by the particles to separate from each other. Okay, so apabila dia dah sampai ke C, okay, apabila dia dah sampai ke C, it is already fully liquid. Okay, dia dah bertukar jadi liquid sepenuhnya. Okay, so from C to D, okay, the phase will be in liquid. Okay, naphthalene will be in liquid. Temperature increases from C to D, exists in liquid state. When heated, the particle absorb the heat and move faster. Okay, so when you give heat to liquid, okay, dia tak ada kerja nak buat. Okay, if you see B to C, they have a work. Okay, they have to separate from each other. So the heat that you give them, they use it for a work to do. Okay, tapi untuk liquid dia dah tak ada kerja nak buat. Okay, so the heat you give them, okay, that heat will increase the temperature. Okay, I hope everyone understand. Okay, that is for heating. Okay, let us go for cooling. Okay, this is for cooling. Wait, let me change the color. We take purple. Okay. Alright, so okay, E. We have E. E is the starting point, which is 90 degree Celsius. Okay, dia terbalik. Okay, 90 degree Celsius. Okay, E is 90 degree Celsius. So this is cooling. Maksud dia temperature will decrease, as you can see in the table here. Okay, this table. Okay, temperature dari 90 darjah dia jadi 60 darjah Celsius. So the temperature is decreasing. Okay, so daripada E ke F, the temperature decreases from E to F, exists in a liquid state. Okay, dia dalam keadaan cecair. Okay, liquid. When cooled, the particle release heat and move slower due to the loss of kinetic energy. Apabila disejukkan, okay, particle releases heat. Okay, haba dilepaskan. Okay, they release. Okay, they release heat. Okay, so when releasing heat, automatically the temperature will decrease. Okay, so when they reach F until G, okay, F is the freezing point. Maksud dia, in this phase, liquid and solid. Okay, here is where the freezing occurs. No decrease in temperature from F to G. Sebab apa? Sebab heat energy that is lost to the surrounding is balanced by the heat energy released when the particles attract to each other to form solid. Now, maksud dia, Okay, now we have liquid. Okay, particles of liquid. Okay, sorry for the ugly drawing. Okay, this is particles of liquid. So apabila dia tengah mengalami proses penyejukan, okay, from liquid is going to be solid. So what will happen is, tadi they use the energy to separate, right, untuk berpecah dalam heating, right? Okay. Okay, in this case, okay, now daripada liquid, partikel yang dah ada gap di antara mereka, okay, mereka dah tak nak gap, okay, they wanted to be together again. Okay, so what will happen is, when two particles are going to attach together, heat will be released. Okay, heat will be released. Okay, so akan ada pembebasan haba antara dua particles. Okay, that is one. Okay, another one is there will be heat release from the whole thing. Okay, that is what they mean by loss to the surrounding. Okay, heat energy that is lost to the surrounding, maksud dia the whole liquid, okay, the whole liquid thing will release heat energy. Okay, that is one. And then another one is, okay, surrounding, this is one. Another one is balanced by the heat energy released when the particle attracts to each other. Okay, okay, this heat energy released, this heat release is number 2. Okay, so this heat released and this heat release will be balanced. Dia akan balancekan heat release. Okay, so maksud dia there's no any particular heat release. Okay, sebab tu dia takkan, sebab tu the temperature won't fall. Okay, because the heat lost to the surrounding will be balanced by the heat release when the particle attract to each other. Okay, so when there is a balance, okay, there is no any heat release. Okay, so the point will be stable lah. Dia akan duduk macam ni je dari F ke G. Okay, so the whole freezing process will occur here. Okay, apabila dia dah sampai ke G, okay, it will change into fully solid. Okay, temperature decreases from G to H, exists in a solid state. When cooled, the particle releases heat and vibrate slower. Okay, so that's the thing. So we have heating and cooling. Now, okay, now let's discuss on the discussion part. Okay, so like if you all tak faham lagi tentang why, kenapa there's a point where the temperature doesn't rise or doesn't drop. Okay, kalau kamu tak faham lagi, you all may text me personally, okay, or can ask your friends. Okay, don't be shy, please text me. Okay, we will see okay, this one. Okay, let us discuss a little bit on discussion. Okay, okay, number 1, during the heating of naphthalene, okay, why is naphthalene not heated directly using the Bunsen burner? Okay, kalau kamu tengok sini, okay, dia tanya kenapa kamu letak benda ni, okay, a boiling tube dalam beaker. Okay, kenapa kamu just terus tak, okay, burn it straight from the Bunsen burner? Okay, that's the question. Okay, so why? Kenapa kita tak heat directly? Sebab naphthalene is flammable. Okay, flammable. Okay, naphthalene is flammable. So kalau kamu heat it directly to the boiling tube, it might get burn. Okay, maybe dia akan terbakar. Okay, terbakar is one thing, and another thing is apabila dia terbakar, it will release some kind of toxic gas. Okay, toxic gas which is not good for you to smell. So sebab tu kita heat them through beaker. Okay, the next one is why is a water bath is used. Okay, kenapa kamu water bath is kita letak air dalam beaker, okay, and then we put the boiling tube inside the beaker, right? Okay, that is the water bath. So why is water bath is used? Sebab to get uniform heating. So uniform. Sorry for the ugly writing. Okay, to get a uniform heating. Okay, moving on to number 2. During the cooling of naphthalene, why is the boiling tube is put into a conical flask? Okay, kalau kamu perasan, untuk cooling, okay, kita tak letak boiling tube sahaja tau, kita letak kat dalam conical flask. So the question is, kenapa kena letak dalam conical flask? Kenapa tak letak je boiling tube? Okay, sebab sama macam soalan tadi, kenapa kita letak dalam conical flask? Sebab to get uniform cooling. Okay, to get a uniform cooling. Penyejukan yang sekata. Okay, next one. Why is naphthalene stirred continuously? Okay, kenapa naphthalene dikacau? Okay, they will continuously, kalau kamu tengok dalam prosedur, dia ada dalam prosedur. Okay, it should be stirred continuously. Sebab apa? Sebab to avoid supercooling. Okay, to avoid supercooling. Okay, untuk supercooling, let me show you. Oh, tak ada gambar supercooling. Sekejap. Oh, we don't have supercooling feature here. Okay, never mind. Let me draw for you. Okay, supercooling. What is supercooling is? Kalau terjadinya supercooling in your experiment, the graph will be like this. Okay, this is the temperature. Okay, so graph kamu akan jadi macam ni. Akan turun. And dia akan jadi macam ni. Ada lengkung kat bawah ni. Okay, this is supercooling. Okay, so to avoid supercooling, you have to stir the naphthalene continuously. Okay. See, predict what would happen if naphthalene is not stirred continuously. Okay, kalau kamu tak stir continuously, what will happen? Supercooling. Supercooling will happen. Okay, explain why the temperature become constant when the melting and freezing of naphthalene take place. Okay, macam cikgu dah bagi tahu tadi. Okay, for melting, okay, for melting the temperature is constant sebab the heat that is given, that is supplied, okay, the heat that is supplied is used to overcome the attraction force between the particles. Okay, macam cikgu dah bagi tahu tadi. Okay, they have like they are arranged very closely, right? Okay, haba yang kamu bekalkan akan digunakan untuk mereka berpisah. okay, for them to go further from each other. Okay, untuk freezing, okay, for freezing, the heat energy that is released to the surrounding, okay, is balanced by the heat energy released when the particle to attract each other. Okay, so we have a group of particles of liquid. Okay, this whole whole group of particle akan release heat ke surrounding. Okay, release heat to the surrounding. Okay, and then there's also heat release between particles. Okay, when they are going to attract each other, they akan release heat. Okay, so this heat and this heat will balance each other. Okay, so there is no any changes in the temperature. Okay, that is for number 3. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Okay, cikgu nak explain tentang eksperimen je. Okay, if you all are still not very clear about what I was telling today, okay, you all are always welcome to my Telegram. Okay, please text me or you can ask me next week. Okay, welcome back to school next week. I will give you a Kahoot or quizzes for you to play. Okay, for you to what we call it, understand more clearly about what I was talking today. Okay, so we end the class here. Meet you in our next class. Thank you.